102, 152. I did not like that. Yes or no? Again, drama started. Online students, am I audible? Am I visible? Am I loud and clear? Everything is perfect? That's great. Application started down immediately. JPA repository were found. Also, okay. Homelander. Homelander, I think you are not a correct person. Such warnings will not come. First, log in with correct name. Homelander. First, log in with correct name. The dirty fellow. As an Indian, how come your name is Homelander? First, tell me. If you are a Homelander, I am a Spider-Man then. Dirty fellow. First, log in with the real name. Sushmita, problem is not from my side. Everyone is saying perfect. Okay. Everything perfect. No need of extra properties. Yes, I only said dialect is optional property. Dialect is optional property. So nothing to worry about it. Let's get into our workspace. What is our workspace? This is our Eclipse ID, right? What's your batch code, guys? Not this. What's your workspace? 515. Launch. Close all editors, guys. Yeah, what is there? Spring Data JPA, right? Let's run the application. Run the application. Run as Java application. (952). Doctor ID is saved with what? 952. Open the Eclipse, guys. Here, JP underscore doctor is my table now, my dear. Close this, close this, close this. JPA underscore doctor. That is what we have taken, right? JPA underscore doctor. That is Joda. But I am looking for JPA underscore doctor. Pin means table will stay permanently. Okay, 952 has come, right? Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, maybe it is trying to use already available one. Okay, whatever it is. Now, what I do is I'm emptying these things. I'm deleting these records, guys. I want to generate by using sequence, starting with 100, 101, 102, 103. I don't want to use auto generator. I want to use a sequence generator. I would like to use what? Sequence generator. That too custom sequence. Okay. What are the generators that are there? Auto, sequence, table, identity, then UUID. So we'll use remaining generator later. Already we have seen auto generator. What is the working style? 1, 2, 50, 52, 102, 152, like this it's working. No, I don't want that kind of increment by 50 kind of thing. I want start with 100 or 50, 20. What is the increment by 1? What is there? Increment by 1. Shall we see that, guys? Here is my doctor.java. What is there? Doctor.java. Doctor name, doctor does doctor expert, doctor. This is my what? Repository. I doctor repository. Go to entity class, guys. Go to entity class. Go to entity class. Comment base. Okay. Why is problem comes and goes? Don't worry. It's not, nothing is there in my hand. Nothing is there in my hand. It's a problem with WebEx player. You have to wait till it's set automatically. We mail talking with the WebEx team, they need to solve. It comes and goes, you obey it. No option as of now. Okay. Yeah. Where is this? Sequence generator. What generator? Sequence generator. Name is equal to gen1. Sequence name is equal to what is there? Sequence name. I can give my choice sequence name, guys. Okay. Right, boss. Doctor underscore. What is there? Doctor underscore ID underscore sequence. Doctor underscore ID underscore sequence. Then what is there, guys? Doctor underscore ID underscore this one. Yeah, tell me, guys. Initial value 100. Allocation size 1. Initial value 100. Allocation size is 1. Yeah, fine. Next one is what, guys? Generated value. Generator is equal to, already some logical name is given there. Here I have given custom sequence related information, my dear. Come on. Strategy is equal to, what is there? Sequence. Strategy is equal to what? Sequence. Understood my statement, guys? Right. Okay. I want to create this sequence. Having initial value 100, allocation size is 1. This all information is there in Gen1 logical name. That logical name I linked with what? Another one. That logical name I linked with what? Another one. That's great. Right click, guys, run as, what is there? Java application. Doctor is saved with what value? 100. Look at the record here, refresh. Data is same, but 100 has come now, my dear. Okay, that's great. Right click, run as Java application. Right click, run as Java application. How much has come? 101. It is working like increment by 1 or not, guys? It definitely working like increment by 1. Yes. Right click, run as Java application. Right click, run as Java application. So next what we got is, guys, 102. Yeah, if you don't like auto generator, you can go for this. Here it has created one sequence with the name, given name, start with 100, increment by 1 is working or not, guys? Start with 100, increment by 1 is working or not, guys? That's great. No, sir, I will work with this. I'm not against of this. I commented this. I just mentioned generation type sequence. Strategy is equal to sequence. This time what happens? It will try to take everything by default now, boss. Try to take everything default. Sequence name default, initial value default, allocation size default. Everything it takes on default note or not. Right click, run as Java application. This time, clear? It is taking what? 1002. Why? It is trying to use a JPA underscore doctor underscore sequence. That means it is going by table name now, boss. Okay, I'll make sure that that sequence is deleted, boss. I'll make sure that that sequence is deleted. Here sequence is there. Maybe for previous applications also that sequence is already there. JPA underscore doctor underscore sequence. Click on drop. Say apply. Say okay. So I dropped it, guys. Okay, now check it out. Java application. Run as Java application. It has created a sequence, guys. JPA underscore doctor underscore sequence. Start with 1. Default what? Start with 1, increment by 1. If you give sequence details, accordingly things will happen. Okay, guys. You run second time. Run as Java application. 2 is coming or not there. So auto generator 1, 2, 50, 50 to 102. Okay, sequence without giving any details 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 default. But the sequence is coming on the table name or not, guys? Table name or not, guys? Table name underscore sequence. If we give sequence generator, we can mention specific sequence, our choice inputs are not, guys. Then sequence will be created with our choice name, our choice initial value, our choice what? Increment by. Allocation size is increment by value. Check it out whether all these details are already mentioned or not. File, open. Spring here. Where is this, guys? 515. 515. Okay, I want to ask, the students are attending online classes or completely dropped from the batch? Online attended. Why? Why? Any reason? Lazy? Or no interest of coming to offline classes? No, if you study like this, how you will work in the companies, Babu? 1 day coming, 2 days bunking. Seriousness should be there, na? Any problem from my side? Subject wise, any problem? Presentation wise, any problem? All good, na? Okay, summer. Okay, let it be, guys. Your karma. Because day-to-day offline strength is reducing. I'm losing interest to come for offline class. I'm seriously telling that. Okay, guys. Tell me. NIDA Springboard Data JPA Session 1, Session 3. Okay, Session 4. Yeah, what is yesterday's session? Session 3, na? I think everyone followed the steps and got the success. Easy, na? And save method internally, what happens also we discussed it here. Okay. In 2-point text, auto generator 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 3-point text, 1, 2, 52, 102, like this. It will work in this style or not, guys? It will definitely work in this style or not, guys? Let it be. This is the code, guys. This is the code. Configuring sequence generator. All details are given here. 100, 101, 102 because initial value 100, allocation size is 1. That's great. Here no details are given, guys. This creates sequence with what? Table name underscore sequence, right? And what is there? ID value 1, 2, 52, 102, 152. Am I right? No, I don't think so. Let's see. Okay, let's run one more time, then we'll understand. Run as a Java application. What's the next number that is going to come? 52, yes. Okay. The default sequence is what? Increment by 50. Same as auto. Same as what? Auto. 1, 2, 52, 102, 152. Start with 1, increment by 50. Start with 1, increment by 50. Here one small confusing number I have kept. Let me correct that. Yeah, here 50 will not come directly after 2. 52 will come now, boss. Here also 50 will not come directly after that. 52 will come, my dear. Yes. Okay. I think you got the idea. Auto sequence without the details, same. Sequence without any details, same. Now, if you want, you can create custom sequence having your choice start value, your choice increment value. Everything you can mention nicely now, my dear. Okay, boss. Durga Prasad, after a lot of thinking, I accepted offer as a software engineer of TSI, as I mentioned to you after yesterday's class. Congratulations, Durga Prasad. Congratulations. Oh, I think yesterday this guy met me personally. Okay. Done, boss. In MySQL database software, there is no support for, okay. Can I make this application working for MySQL? Array, what's the problem with the JDBC style persistence logic? It is based on SQL queries, database software dependent. What's the advantage of OR mapping persistence logic? It's based on objects, and persistence logic is what? Database software independent. Persistence logic is what, guys? Database software independent. Are you getting my point? Okay, that's great. But by running the same code without touching the source code, I can prove this Spring Data JPA persistence logic is what? Objects based persistence logic. And it is database software independent persistence logic or not, guys? Definitely it is what? Database software, independent persistence logic or not, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay, guys. Okay, now let's make this application working for what? MySQL. First of all, MySQL jar file I should add na? Oracle driver I have added. Similarly, MySQL jar file also I should add or not, guys? So can we add MySQL jar file now? Okay, let's see how to add MySQL jar file. So right click on the project. Nice. Spring, add starters. What, guys? Add starters. MySQL driver. It is listed there, right? Say next. Select pom.xml. Save finish. Select pom.xml. Save finish. That's great, guys. Here is my application dot properties. Yeah, here I have to write MySQL JDBC driver details. Okay. Let me write MySQL JDBC driver detail. Copy these guys, paste it. Spring dot data source dot driver class name. Here is my what? Com dot MySQL dot driver. Next, URL JDBC colon MySQL colon MySQL colon 3 slashes. Logical database name I have to mention. Already I created one logical database in MySQL having your batch code. Yeah, what is that? NTSPBMS 515DB. What's the username, guys? Root. What's the username here, guys? Root. What's the password here? Root. Root. Yeah, minimum connection objects 10. Maximum pool size 1000. That's up to you. Whatever you want, you can get. Yeah. Here database platform. org.hibernate.dialect. What is there? MySQL 8 dialect. I have is MySQL 8 version, right? Okay. I don't want to lose Oracle 1. To future, I want to change to Oracle now. Who knows? Okay. Copy this, paste it. Let's comment Oracle 1. Yeah, let's enable this one as Oracle 1. Here, what is there? Oracle dialect. Array. In some example, I have used Oracle 11G dialect. Remove that 11G, just write Oracle dialect. And no more Oracle 11G, guys. Let me check in the paintbrush what is there. Oracle dialect, Oracle 11G dialect. Oracle dialect. I changed it, boss. No problem. Earlier it was Oracle 11G dialect. Now it no more 11G is required. Spring.jpa.database.platform. org.hibernate.dialect. This one, guys. Okay. Root. Minimum idle 10. Maximum pool size is this. Here dialect also I changed, guys. Okay. Everything is working nicely, guys. Come on, everyone. Okay, boss. Super, guys. Okay, now I have to run this application. Nothing I have to modify. Persistence logic, object based, no queries. Queries are coming dynamically. But let me make sure that here also I am dealing with first auto only. Let me first deal with what? Auto. here. Okay, same behavior in MySQL also. 1 to 50. Table is not created, no problem. This is that is called dynamic schema generation, means that only. Table will be created dynamically. The table will be generated what? Dynamically. Understanding my statement, guys? Super boss. Okay, let's see how to do that. Here is my com.nt, right click, run as Java application. See guys, yeah, see guys, one is generated. This one, update JPA underscore doctor. It is creating table, also creating supporting table in the, there are no sequences in MySQL, but it will bring the effect of sequence by using what? Helper table, by generating helper tables. The table always holds next value. Table always holds what? Next value. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Yeah. So this is Arkil one. Let's go for, yeah, MySQL. MySQL GUI is what? MySQL workbench, right? GUI for MySQL is what? MySQL workbench. I already said we are Java people. We are not database people. We don't have much grip on SQL, but we want to work with that. So better to go for SQL prompter or better to work with what? This kind of options are better to work with this kind of options or not, guys? MySQL workbench. These are technically called GUI DB tools. What tools, guys? GUI DB tools. GUI database tools. Everyone getting my point there, guys? GUI DB tools. Yes, my dear. Followed by this, what is there? NTSP BMS. Uh, NTSP BMS 1101 DB, 1102 DB. What is one? Third one. Where is that? Third one. 515 DB. What is there? 515 DB. Here are my tables, my dear. Okay. Here are my tables. Okay, guys. Table is created now. For to bring the effect of sequence, one helper table is created. Let's have a look what is there in this. Select rows. One Hyderabad Raja Cardio 9000. Look at this. This always holds next value to come. Next value to come nearby. Not exactly, but next value to come. Fine. Okay. So now I run the application, guys, second time. Okay. Auto means what? 1 to 52, 102, something like that, right? Yes. Right click, run as Java application. Okay. Number 2. Yes. Next, Java application. It bringing the effect of sequence, though sequence support is not there with the support of helper table. But overall output is same now, my dear. Overall effect is same. Generator working style is same, right? So am I touching any source code in the service class repository where? Okay. Entity class I touched because I want to experiment with the different sequences, nothing else. Okay. Now I'm commenting auto. I'm going for what? Sequence without any input information, right? Sequence without any inputs information. Right click, run as Java application. Yeah, same is continued. Same is continued because sequence and auto working style is same, right? Auto sequence working style is same, guys. Right now, I want to work with custom sequence, boss. What is that? Custom sequence. So comment this. This is the custom sequence, my dear. Yeah, I have taken my own sequence. Now with this name table is created, helper table. Already 102 is there. Now let me start with what? 1000. Let me start with what? 1000. That's great. Right click, run as Java application. Doctor saved with ID value how much? 1000. Say refresh. 1000 has come, my dear. Okay, run one more time. Run as Java application. 1001, my dear. Come on, everyone. Run as Java application. 1002. It happened or not, guys? Okay. But whatever it is, I changed database to database by touching properties file. But without touching Java code, I'm able to develop persistence logic effectively or not, guys? Nicely, my dear, or not, guys? So this makes my persistence logic as what? Database software independent persistence logic. That is what I'm telling. These are objects based persistence logic. Always what? Database software independent persistence logic or not, guys? That's great, boss. Okay. Shall we go for next one? Making application working for MySQL. That's good. In MySQL, there is no support for sequences. It will use helper DB table. In the process of inserting record in DB table, this table always holds next value to generate to the DB table as part of next record insertion or next object saving. If no generator is specified, default generator is what? Auto. Yes. Then we discussed about candidate key, natural key. Yesterday we talked about all this stuff. Okay, guys. Next one, count method is there. Okay, it will simply perform select operation and gives me number of records that are there in table. What is the return type of this method? Long. See this. In JDBC, we should write the query. We should get into result set. We should pick from result set. Then we have to convert. But all these headaches are there or not there are now? All these headaches are there or not there? I want reply from you people. Come on. Yes, boss. Let's go for this. Yeah, these 12 methods are ready-made method for whom logic will come in the in-memory proxy class. Okay, you want to see what that in-memory proxy class is coming or not? Go to service class, guys. Go to service IMPL class. Here I injected repository. Okay. Here I want to print system.out.println. System.out.println. Systrace, right? System.out.println. Doctor IMPL register doctor. That's okay. Proxy object class. Doc repo dot get class. Doc repo dot get class. So we are getting the class here, there or not there? Yes. Right click, run as Java application. Doctor is saved with ID value how much? 1003. That is not important. Look at the proxy class name. Class jdk.proxy2.$proxy99. $proxy99. Everyone getting my point? jdk.proxy2.$proxy99. It's happening or not happening, guys? I want to give the feeling this class directly or indirectly implementing our repository interface. There is some dynamic class is generated or not, guys? Plus doc repo dot get class dot get declared interfaces. Get declared interfaces. Doc repo dot get class dot. Tell me here, what is this? Get interfaces. But the interfaces gives me array, boss. We need to convert that array into toString now, my dear. Arrays dot toString. What dot toString? Arrays dot toString. Control plus shift plus. That's great. Right click, run as Java application. Okay, once again, it will try to insert the record, but in that process, it is going to give list of interfaces that are implemented by this class. iDoctor repository is the first interface that is implemented, and also implementing other interfaces, repository, transactional proxy, advised, decorating proxy, some more other interface it is implementing or not, guys. So my theory and practical is matching or not matching, boss? Definite. Don't worry. I will give flow also. I will give flow in our regular style, number based. We provide number based flow now, boss. Next activity is that only. Okay. Before that, let me go for this count method, guys. Shall we go for count method? Yeah. First of all, what I do is I will take method declaration over here. Public long. What is this? Count to records. Or I can say count to doctors. Public long count to doctors. Count to doctors, right? Yes. Doc repo dot. What is there? Doc repo dot count. Doc repo dot count. Everyone getting my point there or not there? Doc repo dot count. That's great. Next one. Here is my runner, crude repository runner. Fine, we'll keep this one as it is, no doubt. Apart from that, we'll try to call this method or not, guys. Okay. Yeah, why are you catching and handling exception? Array, repository level in memory proxy class, exception is rethrown there. Service class also rethrown. But we have not done any throws exception. Array, all these are exceptions are unchecked exception. So unchecked exception, if you don't catch and handle also, they will be rethrown automatically or not, guys. They will be rethrown automatically or not, my dear. Come on, everyone. Super, guys. Long count is equal to, what is equal to? Long count is equal to, yeah, long count is equal to, here, what is the story, guys? What is the story? Long count is equal to doc service dot count doctors, system dot out dot println. What is there? Doctors count. What is the count, guys? Doctors count. Yeah, tell me here. Plus count. Doctors count plus count. That's great. Okay. Now we need to handle the exceptions, my dear. What is the exception? Catch. Exception E. E dot print stack trace. End of the main method. End of the class. End of the main method. End of the class. That's great. Boot JPA pros 01 application. Okay. Right click, run as Java application. Doctors count is 9. I think in MySQL table, I think total 9 records are there, and we are getting that count or not. Effortless programming, na boss. We are not writing logic. We are just calling the method and getting the output. Okay, what about custom and more and advanced logic? Yes, for that also provision is there. For that also provision is definitely there, no doubt in that. Okay, guys. All these are the various methods that we are having. Okay, let it be, guys. Now, what I do is, I would like to give flow of execution. I want to give sample in-memory proxy class. How does it looks? Shall we see that? What is there? Session-4. Today, our pure concept is what? This. For one table, one entity class, one interface is compulsory. General. In any Spring Boot data JPA project, for one table, DB table, one entity class, one repository interface is minimum. Service class, one per module. Come on, guys. Service class, one per module. Controller class, one per project. Runners as you need. How many you want, you can take it. Check it out. Entity class, one per table. Repository interface, one per table. Service class, one per module. If at all you take controller class, guys, what class? Controller class, one per project. On one per project. Everyone getting my point there, guys. Next. Yeah, where is this, guys? Runner classes. What classes, guys? Runner classes as needed. Runner classes we are going to take as needed. We are going to take the runner classes as needed. So okay, now listen. There is, look at the list. There crude repository. Come on. Crude repository. online students. Problem is not my side. Problem comes out. Solve. So never why so typing for English. I hope I'm requesting nothing is in my hand. Nothing is there in my hand. Crude repository docs, guys. What guys? Crude repository docs. Crude repository docs. Observe list of methods that are there. Count, delete all by ID. Delete all by ID, exist by ID, find all by ID. Save. Here is my save, my dear. Come on. Here is my save or not, guys. I want reply, guys. Save all. But there is no update method. Did you notice it, guys? So save method is a multi-purpose method. Using this, I can save the object. I can also update the object. If given object ID property value is not already there in the DB table in the PK column, it will save the record. Already there, it will update the record. Come on, guys. Tell me, all these methods work directly or they internally take the support of Hibernate logic? These method take Hibernate method logic. Hibernate method generates JDBC code having SQL queries. Hibernate methods internally generate what? JDBC code having what? SQL query. This is what going to happen or not, guys? This is what that is going to happen seriously, boss, right? Okay, let's see how exactly these things takes place over here. I think everyone remembered tomorrow at what time we have a session? 10 a.m. On what topic? Spring Boot mail. What is the meeting ID? 10 a.m. na? It's a confirm 10 a.m. Meeting ID, common topics meeting ID that is there in the Google Drive. Okay. Okay, now let me open the, not 10, it's a 10 a.m. confirm, not 10:30. It's a 10 a.m. Go to service class, open save method source code. It is there in code repository. When I ask source code, it has shown interface method, right? I want implementation class logic. Open implementation. What is there, guys? Open implementation. My there, guys. Open implementation. Yeah. Yes, guys. Okay. Log message. Wait. If entity information, this is entity information, is new, it is a new object. This method, even one more support method checks whether this object having this object data record is already there or not, especially primary key column value. Especially primary key column value, right? Okay, there are not there. If there, if not there, is new. It is a new entity object. It is calling persist method. After saving the record into the table, having identity value object is returned or not, guys? If it is already there, it is calling what method? Merge method. And this merge method, what is this, guys? This merge method, come on, I want reply, my dear. This merge method performs update object operation. What operation, guys? Are at the rate transactional says what? Okay. Transactional commit rollback activities, it will take care. While saving, all went smooth, commit the things. While saving, something went wrong, roll back the thing. Something went wrong, roll back the thing. All went smooth, commit the thing. Come on, guys. I want reply from you people. Assert not null. Checking whether it is good or log message. Checking whether object is new object or having object data already record is there or not there. Not there. Create saving the object. Not there. Merging. Merge means update. Okay. This is Spring Data JPA boss. Come on. Okay. Spring Data JPA guys. Online students, can you check your audio video? Online students, not problem from my side. It is Pex player. Same voice problem. I think now its problem is solved. I think now okay. Online student, problem is not from my side. WebEx player itself is having problem. We are working with the technical team. Whenever voice gone down, focus on paint content. Once back, you can continue the session. Okay. Nothing is there. I'm just showing the source code of the save method, nothing else. So far, whatever I talked is what? Source code of the save method, nothing else. Once again, you want to see that? Okay, I have gone to this service class. This is my save method, right? This is my save method. What is there? F2, guys. Here is what? Open implementation, guys. What is there? Open implementation. Super, guys. If the entity information is new, guys. If the entity information is what? New. If the entity information, it is calling persist method. Otherwise calling merge method. Merge method means update operation. Persist method means what? Save object operation. Okay. Let's have a look, guys. Transactional perform commit operation on database software if no exception is raised in business method execution. Otherwise, it will roll back the data changes of database software if the exception is raised. If the exception is raised. Okay. Internal code of save method. Whatever code I have shown, same code is there or not there, guys? Okay, where is that? Save object operation, insert record. Update object operation, guys. Come on. EM means what? Entity manager object. So that it can encapsulate entire functionality of the Hibernate. That encapsulate entire functionality of the Hibernate. In CRUD repository, there is no separate method for update object operation because save method itself can be used for both what? Object, save object operation and update object operation, right? Super. Entity manager is JPA project that encapsulate what? Entire underlying ORM environment like Hibernate and also provides APA to perform objects based persistence operations. What operations? Objects based persistence operations. Convinced, my dear? Come on, everyone. The internal Hibernate API uses what? JDBC code plus SQL query to complete persistence operation. This one. em.persist internal uses Hibernate API to perform what? Save object operation. Merge method internal uses Hibernate API to perform what? Update object operation. Okay, that's great. Once again, look at this in-memory proxy class that is generated. In-memory proxy class as the implementation class of our what? Custom repository interface, iDoctor repo, given by JDK CZ lib libraries. Array, CZ means code generation libraries. What termination, guys? CZ means what? Code generation libraries. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Yeah. Public class proxy 2 implements what? iDoctor repo. Array, this is what? In-memory proxy class. This is not visible to us. It is internal class, guys. I'm guessing and writing the code, right? In proxy to iDoctor repo. Entity manager object comes through auto configuration. That we are injecting, that will be injected automatically to in-memory proxy class. Okay, there total 12 methods are implemented because iDoctor repo is extending from crude repository to iDoctor repository. How many methods inherited? 12. Those 12 methods will be implemented here or not, guys? Okay. Same code is there or not there, guys? em.persist internally uses session.save or persist method of Hibernate API. Internally uses session.merge method to update the object. Okay, the session.persist method internally calls fire persist method. This fire persist method internally generates what? JDBC code plus insert SQL query. So that means Spring Data JPA code internally using Hibernate code. Hibernate code is internally using what? What code, guys? JDBC plus SQL query. And not only this one, 11 other methods also implemented here or not, guys? 11 other methods also implemented over here or not, guys? Definitely 11 other methods also implemented here. Agree with me, my dear. Come on, everyone. Yeah. Okay, now let's see the total flow, guys. So in-memory proxy class having data JPA code that internally uses Hibernate code. That Hibernate internally uses what? JDBC code. I'm just assuming like this. Okay, let's go in our regular style, guys. Number one. Number A, we are running the application. It's after all standalone application. Execution goes to main method. C, Spring application dot run method is called. Takes the given class as configuration class. Okay. C, C1, IOC container. D1 takes the given class as a main class come configuration class or not, guys? D2 loads the main class, creates the object and makes it as a Spring Bean or not, guys? Super, guys. Next. E reads the application.property file content into environment object. Or if a property file is recognized and okay, load information is read into environment object. Tell me next one. At the rate enable auto configuration of SBA makes the following classes as Spring Beans based on the jar file that are added through what? Auto configuration. And at the rate Spring Boot application is having at the rate enable auto configuration or not, guys? Is having at the rate enable auto configuration annotation or not, guys? Say something, my dear. Okay. Yeah, this also uses inputs from application.property file or not, guys? First, what happened? Based on application.property file, it will first create Hikari data source object. It will first create Hikari data source object pointing to Oracle DB JDBC connection pool or not, guys? Entity manager object encapsulating activated Hibernate session factory and session objects. Array representing entire Hibernate entity manager object. Multiple other classes become Spring Bean or not, guys? Basically, Ikari data source, entity manager, and other Spring Beans. Okay. All these things will use application.properties content. But from environment object, it will read the data and it will use them or not, guys. It will read the data and it will use them or not, guys. I want reply, boss. E, F. What is next one, guys? G. What is next one, guys? G. The next one is what? G. Yeah. What is the story in the G, guys? Okay. G. G. At the rate component scan annotation of SBS, Spring Boot application annotation, detects or scans the following current and subpackages of com.nt. It will component scan annotation will scan the com.nt package. Okay. In that process, it makes service class. Okay. Service class as the Spring Bean, my dear. Runner class also as a Spring Bean if at all runner is there. In this example, I have not taken runner class. I have taken main method in the flow code, in the flow. Okay. Service class. But it notices iDoctor repo as the custom repository interface extending from repository interface directly or indirect. It notices that, guys. It notices that there is a interface extending from repository interface. The moment it notices that, it will activate some components and generates in-memory proxy class implementing that iDoctor repository interface or not, guys. Because of components can service class as Spring Bean. If runner is there, runner becomes Spring Bean. But repository is just interface. But it notices repository interface is extending from what? Repository interface, right, boss? Extending from regular repository interface. Agree with me, my dear? A regular repository interface. In this process, Spring Data JPA generates what, guys? In-memory proxy class as shown above with the repository annotation having JPA persistence logic for all the crude repository methods. How many? 12 methods. Totally for how many methods these logics are generated, guys? Total for how many methods these logics are generated, my dear? 12 methods these logics are generated. Agree with me, my dear? Come on, everyone. For totally for how many methods these logics are generated? 12. Okay. H. IOC container perform pre-instantiation of singleton scope Spring Bean. In that process, following Spring Bean class objects will be created or not, guys? Hikari data source object, entity manager object, service. These two are because of auto configuration Spring Beans have become, they are created. Service class object, proxy to class object, or in-memory proxy to class object is there na? Because of stereotype annotation. If you look at these guys, whatever proxy class that is generated as in-memory class, that is coming having at the rate repository interface or not, guys? At the rate repository annotation or not, guys? That means what's happening, guys? As part of pre-instantiation of singleton scope, Hikari data source object, entity manager objects are created. Next, service class object and in-memory proxy class objects are created. Okay, immediately auto wide based injection also takes place, my dear. At the rate auto wide based injection also takes place or not, guys? Auto void performs necessary injection. Okay, what's the first one? Entity manager object with Hikari data source object. What object, guys? Entity manager object with Hikari data source object. Are you getting my point? Super, guys. Proxy to class object with what? Entity manager object. Are you understanding? Proxy to class object with what, guys? Entity manager object. Okay. Entity manager is data source. Proxy to is what? Entity manager. And service class object with proxy to class object. Indirectly repository object or not, guys. Like these injections are taking place or not, guys. Hikari data source injected to entity manager. Entity manager is injected to entity manager inject data source object, right? Okay. Service is injected with what? Entity, this one. Proxy to object, boss. Next one. All singleton scope spring beans will be kept in internal cache of the IOC container or not, guys? Or kept in what? Internal cache of the IOC container. What do you say, guys? Bean IDs as the keys, bean class objects as the values. Okay, that's great. Programmer uses Spring Data JPA, that uses JPA API, that uses Hibernate API, that uses JDBC API, that generate SQL query, then performs the database operation. Okay, that is J. Where is K, guys? After doing all this thing, it returns IOC container in our regular style. Okay, ctx.getBean L. So we submitted the bean ID here. Bean ID. That is giving me what? Service class object reference or not, guys? That is giving me what? Service class object reference. Okay, guys. Tell me next. We are calling the business method. Service class business method, guys. Oh, it goes to service class P. That is calling repo.save method. Repo.save method means what? It will go to in-memory proxy class where save method is implemented. Q is over. R. Save method of in-memory proxy class is executing or not, guys? That is calling em.persist method. Okay, em.persist method internally calls Hibernate code persist method or not, guys? That is T. Hibernate persist method is internally calling what, guys? Generating JDBC code plus insert query and inserting the record or not, guys? From there, control comes back to whom? Fire persist. From fire persist, it comes back to what? Save method and it returning entity object. Whatever object saved with ID value, it is returned back. Okay, that comes to service class save. Service class business method. That is V. Receiving what? Saved entity object. Then what is there? W. What is there, guys? W. Returning the message nicely or not, guys? Super, boss. Then what is next to us? W. X. Capturing the message or not, guys? Super. Displaying the message here. Why? Displaying the message over there or not there? Displaying the message over here or not there? That is why. Okay, then end of the application, guys. At the end, we are ending the application. If you want, you can close the container. That's a different story. Once you close the container, all objects will be saved or not, guys? Definitely all objects will be saved or not. I want reply from you people. This is what we need to understand about the whole process, guys. Okay. At least my theory and practical is matching or not matching, guys. Okay, once again, see the flow of execution on public demand. One more time. We run the application. A regular one, ra. Okay. B. Main method. Spring application dot run method. Takes the given class. Okay. Takes the given class as configuration class. That class is loaded and object is created. Okay, guys. Then reads the application dot property file into environment object. F, enable auto configuration, observe special starters, and makes Hikari data source entity manager and some other beans as what? Spring beans are not, guys. G, at the rate component scans current package and sub packages. First makes what? Service class as a Spring Bean. But notices there is an interface extending from repository interface. Repository is a marker interface that triggers the Spring Data JPA. What Spring Data JPA will try to do now? What Spring Data JPA will try to do now? I want reply. The Spring Data JPA now tries to what it will try to do? Create in-memory proxy class having implementation for all the 12 inherited method JPA based logics are there. That also becomes Spring Bean, guys, because of at the rate repository. Next, pre-instantiation of singleton scope beans takes place. Okay, already Hikari data source entity manager objects are created. Service class object is created. In-memory proxy class object is created, right? All these objects are created or not, guys? Super boss. Okay, tell me next one. Okay, tell me next one. Hikari data source, entity manager, doctor service, proxy to class object. Like this, lots of objects are created or not created, boss? Perfectly created, no doubt in that, right? Okay, tell me. At the rate auto wide perform, necessary dependency injections are not made. At the rate auto wide perform, necessary dependency injections are not made here. Okay, Hikari data source will be injected to entity manager injected to proxy to injected to service class object, all this stuff. So if a runner is there, runner is injected with the service class object. All of them are kept in internal cache for usability purpose or not, guys. After doing all this thing, Spring application dot run method completes its task or not, guys? Simply literally completes its task or not, guys? Come on, everyone. Solidly literally completes its task or not? I want reply, my dear. Okay, that's great. Completes its task, completes its work. Tell me. Perfect, guys, perfect. Tell me next one. Completes its work, guys. Then container comes. Get bean method is called. It will search in internal cache of IOC container. Get service class object reference or not, guys? Super, guys. That is N. Okay. Next one. O. Calls register doctor method. Okay. P. Executes that method. So doctor report dot save method is called. Say something, my dear. Doctor report dot save method is called or not called, guys? Definitely doctor report dot save method is called. Okay. Doctor report dot save method is called. Yeah, save method of in-memory proxy class executes or not, guys? Executes. That internally calling what? em dot persist method. That em dot persist method that is there in Hibernate executes, right? That call fire persist that will internally generate JDBC code plus insert query and insert the record. From there, control comes back to Hibernate method. From there comes back to what? JPA method. The JPA method returns what? Entity object representing what? Saved record having ID value. So that will come back to whom, guys? That will come back to whom, guys? I want reply. Service class. That is this. From there, we generated the message W. That message goes to whom? Main method. We are displaying the message. When you close the container, all objects are vanished. Now here is the end of the application or not, guys? Perfect flow is coming or not coming, guys? So give me guarantee. In-memory proxy class is there. Implementing interface that is already proved. Let me prove in that proxy class 12 methods are implemented. 12 methods are implemented or not. Go to service class, guys. Sys out. 12 methods of proxy class. Doc repo dot. What repo dot, guys? Doc repo dot. Doc repo dot. Come on. Yeah, tell me here. Doctor repo dot. What is there? Get class dot. Get declared methods. Okay, here is my arrays dot toast. Arrays dot toString. Arrays dot toString. See here giving me lot of method names. Array, where are the method names, guys? Acha, we are doing all these things in save method, but save method is not called anywhere, right? Runner class, where is runner class code? Crude repository runner. Let's see save method. Because we kept SOP inside the save method or not, guys? Yes, boss. Tell me here. Your total 12 methods are there, guys. Total 12 methods are there. That's good. Say paste. So many methods are coming. Okay. In these methods, you check for save method. Save all is there. Save is there, na? Count method. Count is no that count is there na boss. You look for save all. Save all is there or not there, guys. That's it. Nothing great. So like this, we are able to feel all the methods are not, guys. Okay. Save method, count method, some flow of execution we have seen. Same thing for other methods also. Everything is implemented in my inside the in-memory proxy class. That's why I'm happily to see only interface, guys. Fine. So tomorrow, common topic 10 a.m. Monday, continuation of this class where we discuss more and more methods. Can I share the document? Yes, here is the document, guys. What's your batch code, guys? 5:30 p.m. 5:30 p.m. Spring Boot data JPA. File upload. Nice. Here, what is there? 1102 na? 515. Spring Boot data JPA. Flow of execution. Thank you, guys. Have a nice time. We'll meet tomorrow at 10 a.m.